Some of the voices who helped put this demonstration together speak at the first half of the rally because it's obvious the Adams administration has just decided to be an adjunct of the Israeli apartheid government. They want to do everything they can to make sure that we don't have any sort of impact, but I have to say I think they failed in that today. They'll fail in that tomorrow. Because as long as the Palestinian resistance is in the field, we will be here to have their backs. Am I right? I want to thank you first and foremost for your discipline here today. It was obvious they wanted to catch us up and get some people arrested. But because we stuck together, we communicated, we worked together, we're all here together. Now I've actually lost the speakers list, so I don't know who is here. I'm hoping that the sister from Al-Awda, who was speaking before, was unable to speak. We can get her to the front to also bring that in. We can fill in here to the left. But while we wait, perhaps I can bring, stage left. Perhaps we have Manolo de los Santos of the People's Forum.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
They will never end the resistance of the Palestinian people. Generation to generation, people all over the world stand with Palestine. We stand with Palestine because the people of Palestine are fighting for humanity. They fight for justice all over the world. That's why the people of Cuba, the people of Venezuela, the people of Niger, the people of South Africa, millions around the world stand with Palestine. If you listen to the media, they will tell you our Palestinian brothers and sisters are the terrorists. If you listen to the media in this country, you will think the war started 48 hours ago. We know this war started 75 years ago. This war started hundreds of years ago. When the British, when the Americans plotted to create Israel with no consultation to the Palestinian people. They have no right to the land of Palestine. We gave our life, we gave our blood, we gave our hearts for the Palestinian people. We urge our comrades in Palestine, continue to resist. We stand with you by any means necessary. We will use whatever we have in our hands, whether it is a rock or something else, but we will defend the Palestinian people. Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine! فلسطين عربية! فلسطين عربية! احنا بدنا فلسطين! فلسطين عربية! من المية للمية! فلسطين عربية! من المية للمية! بالروح بالدم نديك يا فلسطين! بالروح بالدم نديك يا فلسطين! بالروح بالدم نديك يا فلسطين! بالروح بالدم نديك يا فلسطين!
Yes.
I just want to let you know, one of the texts I'm getting is there's so many people here, still some people trying to make it here because so many have come out in defense of Palestine today. I have to say, I went to Wikipedia this morning to look at the map of where the resistance is, and as of at least this morning, they've liberated an area that's actually larger than the Gaza Strip. If you read the Israeli media, I'm not saying you did, I did it for you. They're in complete crisis and complete chaos, and all they can do is quote the military official saying, well, it's far from being under control, meaning they've totally lost control, despite their billions of dollars coming from the United States. Despite all their spy technology and their drones and their F-35s, I actually saw them. When the Palestinians broke through the fence, they put the F-35s on trailers and as you might have seen, there was some sort of rave or desert party where they were having a great time until the resistance came in electrified hang gliders and took at least several dozen hipsters. But I'm sure they're doing very fine despite what the New York Post says. But nobody had seen this coming. Every Israeli official said it was a complete surprise. And I think we have to sit with that, because as of just a couple days ago, they said that surprise wasn't possible. They said we control every inch of Palestine. They said we have walls, we have cameras, yes, we have traitors too, and there's nothing they can do that we won't see or what we do. They were so arrogant. But just less than 24 hours ago on the land, from the sea, and from the air, the people of the Gaza Strip prison. Our people from Gaza, our young people are riding their bikes through these settlements where they were told they could never go because of apartheid. Our farmers, the farmers of Gaza, you know they say that they can't even have tractors. They say that's terrorist equipment. Well, unfortunately for them, the tractors of these various so-called kibbutz settlements have been liberated and taken back to the farms of Gaza. I think now I'd like to bring here from the Palestinian Youth Movement that helped us take the initiative to be here on the streets today. We'd like to welcome them to give some words.
Hi everyone, I'm with the Palestinian Youth Movement. Thank you. Long live Palestine. Thank you all for being here, for raising your voices to celebrate the glorious victory of the resistance. And to honor our martyrs, and for marching to show those here in the heart of the empire that they will never defeat our struggle. They have failed to break the unity of our people, and they have failed to dampen the revolutionary spirit of our people who grow stronger every day.
Yes.
And for the success of the Al-Awda flood unfolds, we are witnessing a critical shift and resistance coming from across the Arab region. In Yemen, thousands took to the streets to support the resistance in Gaza. And in Tunisia, demonstrations called for an end to normalization with the Zionist state. A resistance operation was carried out in Egypt and in Lebanon. We are witnessing the unity of our fronts and military engagement from the northern border. Our people in the Arab world are uniting in the knowledge that there can be no end to imperialism without Palestinian liberation. Here too, we are uniting in the face of the U.S. empire. In cities across the country, we are celebrating the victory of the Palestinian resistance, building our power, mobilizing our communities, and demanding an end to the imperialist war machine from Palestine to Haiti to Hawaii. The Al-Aqsa flood has lit a fire in our struggle. The resistance has shattered the settler colonial project and demonstrated that the Palestinian people have the right to resist. Our heroes from Gaza have broken down the border fence, emptied settlements, and shaken the false confidence of its occupiers. Resistance in all its forms is in response to the inherently violent colonial condition. The systematic demolition of Palestinian homes, the expansion of Zionist settlements, mass incarceration, checkpoints, cold-blooded murders, and constant military raids. In the past few weeks alone, thousands of settlers have stormed Al-Aqsa Mosque. A 17-year-old was shot and killed in the south of Jenin. A soldier killed a man near Hebron. Police executed a 14-year-old boy in Shikjara to the applause of hundreds of soldiers. Families of Palestinians whose corpses are held by the occupation forces marched with empty caskets and were then tear-gassed. And over 300 Gazans ascended to martyrdom in the hands of the Zionist state just this weekend. Our people refuse to lie down and accept the daily violence of colonialism. For too long, the Zionist occupation and its forces have perpetrated the myth that they have full domination over the future of our people. For too long, they have pretended that they can create a safe space for settlers from all over the world to occupy Palestine's land. And for too long, they have pretended that the Palestinian resistance cannot break down the military might of its occupiers. From the Al-Aqsa flood has demonstrated that the Zionist entity is nothing but a paper tiger. That at the moment of confrontation, their soldiers and their colonial settlers flee the land that is not theirs. Mahmoud Arda, one of the 6 Palestinians who in another historic victory escaped one of the most fortified Zionist prisons using only a spoon, Mahmoud said, "We want to tell the world that this monster is nothing but an illusion of dust." Today we tell New York City that Palestine will be free within our lifetime. The Palestinian resistance will defeat the Zionist cowards from the river to the sea. Our people from across the Arab world will unite in the face of the Zionist entity. Here in the far diaspora, we will rise in the unwavering support of our people, demanding an end to U.S. imperialist aggression around the world. Together, we will carry our struggle forward, as all our martyrs have, until total liberation and return. Free! Free Palestine!
Free! Free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free! Free! Free Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live the Intifada!
Long live the Intifada!
Thank you.
Give it up one more time for the Palestinian Youth Movement! All right. Oh, we have 2 now. A lot goes on to bring us out here today. And next I want to bring to the mic a representative of an organization that not only stood strong for us to be here today, but has always stood strong anytime it was necessary to come and to support the justified resistance of the Palestinian people. Please give it up for Susie from Al-Awda to Palestine, right to return coalition!
Thank you for that introduction. Let me try this again for the second time. The Palestinian Assembly for Liberation and Al-Awda, New York, send their highest salutations to the Palestinian resistance, the freedom fighters and defenders of the indigenous Palestinian people. The sole defense against escalating Zionist genocide of Palestinians, the sole hand working against the daily torture meted out by the Zionist colonizing usurpers, the sole shield against the Zionist torture and murder of our children, of our brothers and our sisters. Yes! And the sole force daring to implement the rights and protections owed Palestinians under all tenets of international law.
That's right.
Al-Awda, New York, call on all people of conscience to demand the immediate dismantlement of all Zionist supremacist institutions. From the ghetto camp prison of Gaza to the illegal and brutal violent settlements, checkpoints, and bases, to the Zionist border colonizing forces and their war machine, to the Zionist kangaroo courts, and to all cultural and political institutions training Zionist colonizers and their youth to hate and torture Palestinians, and to engage in expanding the colonization, genocide, and home invasions of Palestinians. Al-Awda, New York, call on Palestinians globally to take their place in history and to mobilize in all fora in support of the liberation operation, to rally in the streets. Thank you for being here. To draft statements and op-eds, to advocate that civil society and governments in all countries in which they currently reside demand and work to implement the immediate right to return for all Palestinian refugees. And that they support each other in demanding reparations, prosecutions, and justice for every Zionist crime. We further demand the PA and all institutions speaking in the name of Palestinians to include clearly calculated demands for reparations, and to include a non-negotiable demand for Palestinian refugees' immediate and safe return to their original lands and homes. These principles are basic demands and rights due under international law and universal morality. Pal and Al-Awda, New York, further call on those who consider themselves allies and advocates for the Palestinian people to refrain from making demands that distract from any rights of Palestinians, including the fundamental right to self-defense and the right to arms. Resistance against 75 plus years of brutal, horrific Zionist war crimes, which amount to incremental genocide of the Palestinian people, as enshrined in international law and numerous UN resolutions. We demand all allies stand in full and unequivocal solidarity with the Palestinian struggle for liberation and
Long live! Long live! Long live! Long live! That's right, give yourself a hand of applause. Free, free Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! Yes, that's right, because no matter how much they tried to stop us or silence us and cleanse the streets of the voice of the resistance, Palestine is here today in the streets of New York. Viva, viva Palestina! 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 Yes, that's right. We can do it in many languages because we represent the people of the world, because the people of the world stand with Palestine. Right now, today, they're marching in South Africa, they're marching in Kenya, they're marching in Europe, in multiple different countries. They're marching in Toronto, in Ottawa, in LA, in San Diego, in Chicago, in DC, in Atlanta. They are marching in every corner of the globe. This is the most just struggle. Everyone knows. I even saw a video this morning of people celebrating in Somalia, showing their solidarity with the Palestinian people. We stand with Palestine just like Nelson Mandela, Desmond Tutu, Malcolm X, Evo Morales. I want to bring up next somebody who did quite a bit of work as well to build this demonstration, to bring us here today. Leanne from the People's Forum, give it up for her, please.
From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea, Palestine to the sea. From the river to the sea, from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. Comrades and friends, yesterday the world woke up to incredible news, and today New York City is out participating in one of the most historic moments in the history of our people's resistance. The media will tell you that yesterday terrorists invaded Israel. But we know that actually what happened is that the oppressed people of Palestine broke out of the open air prison that they have been subjected to. And they have taken back the lands and territories that are rightfully theirs. The White House is telling all its mouthpieces to tell us a false story. But we know that the real terrorist is the Israeli state that has been murdering, massacring, separating, displacing, torturing, imprisoning the Palestinian people for over 75 years. The so-called Israeli Defense Forces, the Israeli occupation forces, is actually just a consolidation of terrorist militias. Look at your history books. Tell them inside these buildings to look at their history books. This is a fact. They are terrorist militias who have now taken on the disguise of some sort of state. But we know that they are not legitimate. The Palestinian people have had enough. And the world has also had enough. We at the People's Forum love to study history. It's a basic fact. It's a basic fact that every single oppressed people have at some point point will organize themselves and overthrow their oppressors. This is what we are witnessing today. We are witnessing the Zionist state crumbling in front of us. Look at 2006 in Lebanon. They failed. Look at Niger right now. They failed. We are on the right side of history, and we know that we are going to continue. And we have breaking news, everyone. We have breaking news. The imperialist backers of the Zionist terrorist state, Joe Biden and his White House administration, has just announced sending aircraft carriers to Israel. So let's make sure that they hear us loud and clear, because the people of North America refuse to be used for the oppression and the murder of the Palestinian people. Let's hear it loud and clear. End all aid to Israel. End all U.S. aid to Israel. End all U.S. aid to Israel.
End all U.S. aid to Israel.
Netanyahu, get out.
Netanyahu, get out.
Biden, get out.
Biden, get out.
The Palestinian people are waging a brave and courageous fight against one of the most vicious heads of the imperialist monster. But we have to fight against our own system here. We need to tell them that we do not accept war against the Palestinian people, against any people across the world. Down with the U.S. military complex, down with imperialism, down with the capitalist studio. And let's make sure they hear us. The Palestinian people are not alone. As loud as you can. Long live the Palestinian resistance!
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 Free, free Palestine!
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 From the river to the sea!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
When people are occupied, resistance is justified!
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 Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Long live the Intifada!
Long live the Intifada!
Intifada, Intifada!
Intifada, Intifada!
Long live the Intifada!
Long live the Intifada!
Intifada, Intifada!
Intifada, Intifada!
Okay, we'll give it up for the end, give it up for yourselves. One more time, I really do want to thank the sponsoring organizations here today, the Palestinian Youth Movement, the New York for Palestine Coalition, the Party for Socialism and Liberation, American Muslims for Palestine, Al-Awda in New York, the Palestine Assembly for Liberation, had to get that right, and the People's Forum. Give it up for all of these sponsoring organizations who spent a lot of time yesterday making it possible. Also the Answer Coalition, which I represent, I forgot. Listen, we're all here together. We're all here together. Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Okay, I want to make two announcements as we egress here. Announcement one is that on October 17th, Ilan Pape and Ramsey Barzud are going to be here somewhere. So, sign up with an organization and we'll get you the information. I feel very confident. It's a reason to be a part of an organization. You should always join one, as Kwame Ture said. That's my first announcement. My second announcement is please do not leave this space by yourself. Walk in a group, a larger group if you need. Find people who are close by to you. We do have some legal observers here from the NLG who have the green hats on, who are helping to watch and make sure that everything goes correctly. But we want everybody to leave here safely. We know it's some individuals representing the opposite position as us who are roaming around, trying to cause trouble maybe. We're not going to give anyone the opportunity to change the narrative of what we're doing here today. They want to say that this is the support of terrorism. This is the rally in support of resistance. And we're not going to let them turn them into something we're not. So as you get home, go in groups if you can. Be as safe as possible. Watch out for anybody trying to provoke you, and get prepared and get ready, because we're going to have to continue to stay in the streets because the Palestinian people are still in the field. They are undefeated. They are undefeated. The Israelis do not have control. The struggle continues. It expands and it moves forward. So I'd like to thank everyone here today. Your unity, your discipline, your sacrifice made this possible. So I thank yourself, and everyone, please, please be safe on the way out. Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine! From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
When they say, what do we want? You say freedom! What do we want?
Freedom!
What do we want?
Freedom!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Freedom!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Freedom!
When do we want it?
Now!
If we don't get it,
Shut it down!
if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
we don't get it.
Shut it down!
We don't get it.
Shut it down!
We don't get it.
Shut it down!
If we don't get it,
Shut it down!
what do we want?
Freedom!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Freedom!
When do we want it?
Now!
We don't get it.
Shut it down!
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 Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine! بنروح بالدم نفديك يا أقصى بنروح بالدم نفديك يا أقصى بنروح بالدم نفديك يا أقصى بنروح بالدم نفديك يا أقصى
I know most of you are not from New York, and I forgot to mention this, you're not from New York City proper. If you're trying to go home, you don't know exactly where to go, the best way to go is straight back this way to Grand Central, or straight this way down 2nd Avenue. That'll get you to those trains. So if you don't know exactly where you're at, just go this way for about 2 blocks, go that way for about 2 blocks, and you'll get there. So sorry, I just want to make sure.
Locals only. Sorted. That's what a lot of people are coming for.
And where we started was Times Square, which basically just goes straight down this way. Like, don't even move. Just go straight down there like 6 or 7 blocks, and I'll get you back to where we started. So thank you.
Eugene.